Yes, I can see.
You can't see.
I can see. Everyone, welcome to the Are You a Fan Yet YouTube channel. Sadana and I, this is my wife Sadana, my name is Joseph. Some people like to call me Joe from time to time. I don't mind it. But we started doing something that we call the Kaleidoscope Challenge. I don't know if anybody else has done it before. Do you know? You don't know. You looked it up. You tried to look it up.
No, I didn't.
We don't know if anybody's done this, but we decided that we were going to do it because, we were just watching the show Kaleidoscope.
What is the challenge?
I'm going to explain it right now. We were watching the show Kaleidoscope the other night, and rarely do we binge watch shows, right?
Yes.
It's very rare. But this one we
just have 2 kids.
Work. And so, but this one we really got caught up watching, and we ended up binge watching it. And after it ended, it was a satisfying ending. I felt good about it. But I was bummed out, you were too, because the whole gimmick of the show is what?
That you can watch the show in any order that you want, and it's supposed to be this kind of mystery, intrigue, action, suspense. And so, when I looked on IMDb, I saw that the episode order was the exact same order that we were watching it in. And I was like, no, this is wrong. This is not how it was promoted and advertised to me. So after the show ended... You asked for your money back?
I did not ask for my money back. I should get at least a month's subscription because, other people said the same thing. Anyway, bottom line, we're going to give Netflix free advertisement. The opposite of getting my money back. But here's the deal. What I said is that let the next episode, let's just watch a random episode and see how it connects. And funny enough, the show actually played well, right? I was just like, let's just pretend like we've never seen it before.
Yeah.
And while we were watching the episode, I was like, yo, let's do a Kaleidoscope Challenge. Let's take a bucket, put in all the different episodes, the different colors of the episodes, and pick out a random one, watch it as if it's brand new.
And we did that.
And we did it. And
it was a little bit hard to watch it as it was brand new.
Yeah, you think so? The first episode?
No.
The first episode that we picked was green.
Was green.
Okay, so if you follow us on TikTok, on Are You a Fan Yet on TikTok, you'll see green. And on Instagram.
I was going to say it was hard.
And Twitter.
Because there were... There were times during the green episode where I was like, oh, but that didn't happen. And that's what happened. Like that they would allude to things. Yeah. Like connections.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't know that happened or didn't happen because...
What didn't happen? What do you mean? Because I feel like everything that I saw was connected except for the fact that, what's his name said he didn't sling, but we saw him handing out lollipops in the prison.
And him saying
Stan.
That he had to get out of there so he could, get back to the girl. Everything I'm gonna lose is gonna be out of there.
Yes, yeah, and he did lose
happen.
her. Yeah, he did lose her.
No, but he just saying he was gonna get out, and he didn't ever get out.
There you go.
You want to see?
I want you to be closer to me. Nah, I just trying to get you in the frame. Okay, but you were saying everything that he said.
There were just certain things that I picked up on that I wouldn't have picked up on had I not seen everything.
But that's usually how mystery shows are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you start learning bits and pieces, without
that's true.
Without knowing all the details. That it's the little things that hook you, that make you go like, oh, okay, what's this about? Like what like for example, we still don't know. If Green was our first episode, we still don't know what he did, what Leo did. The main character,
or why he has a grudge with
Silas, right?
He got to have everything, and
and I didn't get anything.
And
it's like and in the beginning of the episode, we found out that he feels like he got set up.
Yeah,
and he's estranged from his daughter. So all these things, it's a whole bunch of narrative threads that lure you in to make you go like, well, what's going on? What's this? What's this about? What's that about? But they kept it centered on the main character.
Yeah.
So
who was Leo.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Can we talk about how he
bugging out. Gus Fring.
Can we talk about a great job, Robert Townsend?
Oh my goodness, yes. The Green episode was directed by Robert Townsend, and I didn't even say what we were gonna call this podcast that we're doing. So we're using the Kaleidoscope Challenge to kick off chocolate Easter eggs. Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about little Easter eggs, maybe at least one Easter egg. in episodes, or other things that we notice in eggish, or maybe other things that we notice.
Easter egg salad.
No, don't give anybody ideas. Don't give them ideas. They already got the raisins. We don't need that. We don't need them having ideas of putting chocolate too. So we're gonna be talking about TV shows, movies, and things that catch our attention. But back to the show.
So I was saying, great job, Robert Townsend.
Amazing.
And can we talk about how that 72 Cadillac leather seats were ruined? ruined.
He tore right through it and came out of it like a birth canal.
But that's what I was gonna say. I enjoyed the fact that he came out like
it was a rebirth.
He broke out of jail and he was gonna have a whole new life.
Yep. Then a whole new person came out of that
Leo
prison.
Pap came out.
Leo Pap came
out the Pap smear.
Leo Pap smear. You beat me to it. I was about to say Leo Pap smear. No,
but I was sad for those leather seats. I was sad for that car. It was a classic. Yeah. And then when the police officer Abasi came and she was like, "Were you sympathetic?" He was like, "I'm the victim here. My car was stolen."
Right.
He doesn't even know that it was ruined.
No, he probably doesn't know for real because he loved that car.
Burned.
The dude, he said, what did he say? He said, what is that? A 71? He was like 72. Like, he corrected him immediately because he was like, you better get it right. That's my car. And
that's the car that they burned.
And they burned it down too. Yeah. But a couple things that, let's go through our notes. Yeah, we took notes. This is how serious we're taking this.
Yikes.
We took notes. No, don't even. Don't even act like it. I saw you over there clacking away.
I love the fact that it was green. I don't think I noticed this as much in the first time around, but I love the fact that every episode incorporates whatever the color is.
You didn't catch that before?
I did, but I like...
Now you're noticing it now.
Yeah, I'm noticing more details.
Because you're paying more attention to the little things. As opposed to just trying to figure things out while watching
their jumpers in the jail were all green.
Right.
Their hats were green. Certain food was green. Even like accessories of the people who were outside of the jail.
It was like green. The bar soap that he was using to cut.
Well, he said it was Irish soap.
Irish Spring.
Irish Spring.
So I mean, but still, it was green. It was green soap.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought that was a really cool motif. They've done it in other episodes. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm saying we're
jump
this
starting. Is brand new.
This is green.
Brand new. We're pretending like we've never seen.
Money green.
Give me the green. Anyway, okay. So one thing I was thinking about, being in the mindset, we've never seen this show before. It's all brand new. First episode is green. I think they did a really good job of introducing the different characters. Like Leo is obviously our main character. He's doing his epistolary thing where he's just writing out his whole, writing a letter. We don't know to whom yet.
Or what context.
Context,
It's almost like his manifesto.
Not really, like a confession?
A little bit, like in the beginning, he was like, life is hard.
Right.
Anyway.
And then he says, I was set up. So immediately we're like, oh, okay, our main character got set up. Something happened and he was set up. How was he set up? I mean, was he really set up though? Like thinking about the show.
No.
Yeah, spoilers. Anyway, the writers hooked us regardless. The writers got you hooked. Then we meet Stan, who's his cellmate. Stan is clearly the guy that you can go to for anything that you need.
It seems to be like a happy disposition, even when he was getting beat up.
Yeah,
he still was like making jokes. He's like, "Can we talk about the name Peckerwood?"
But I mean, is it me or was he more jokey? Okay, so
he's more jokey in jail than outside.
Yeah, than outside.
That's because his girl got.
That's true. She was the source of his happiness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of his girl,
and food.
Food too. Speaking of his girl, we met Judy. Judy is
She's still somewhat of an enigma, like just from this one episode, because you could see her. They first showed her and she had all green plants around her.
Right.
She was making these drug lollipops that were green, and she was using that to be able to get the SIM cards that then she brought into the jail for a boyfriend.
Another thing that they do is that they show how clever she is, and that we know later on that she's a chemist, but we see her working with like
plants and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like
and then clever because her nails fall off to be able
and
to,
there were the SIM cards. Like that was the hustle. So
but I was
smart.
saying Enigma in the fact that when she came back again, the second time we saw her come back to the jail, no, third time she came back with Bob, which is another character introduction. Right. You couldn't tell whether or not she was feeling Bob like that, or she just was using him to help with the whole scenario.
It was definitely, I'm bringing in this guy
that can help our situation
to help us with the SIM.
But she also.
So I think it was more platonic at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it was more platonic, and the fact that
she also didn't seem like she was on one side or the other.
No.
She wasn't just like, oh, it's okay, honey.
Which is apropos with what we see her do later on. You know what I mean? Like she stays on brand. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but
she's about herself. That's what it is.
I think she liked both of them. Thruple.
I don't think that was how it was going.
That's not what Bob wanted, but that's what she wanted.
I don't think that's what Stan wanted.
No, Stan didn't want that either. Stan didn't want it either. So speaking of
indifferent,
I do think that she liked them both. You know what I mean? She just couldn't. She liked them for different reasons. That's how it seemed.
Yeah.
So speaking of Bob is another character that I forgot that we met in the jail.
I didn't forget.
You didn't forget that?
That was our first introduction of what he was like before he became.
Right.
He's like know-it-all, vulgar, rude.
Right. So
take me as I am.
In meeting him, you don't, unless I don't think that I would have thought, if this was my first time watching it, I don't think I would have thought that he would be a main character. I think I would have just thought he was just some random dude that was just rude. You know what I mean? And he's just like, you know what, I got to get out of here because, I got to protect her or whatever. You know what I mean?
And Bob wasn't the only new-ish character we met besides Stan and Leo. We met Ava and her dogs. And she really wanted to shoot somebody, so she came down thinking that she was.
So we know that she's gun happy.
Yes.
we know she's trigger happy.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
Right.
I thought I was going to be able to use it.
Right. And she's an interesting character too. I feel like at this point, she's kind of like an enigma because she's just super casual with the guy who just got out of prison.
He's like, I guess you're out because you need to be out.
This must be important. What are you doing here, bugging out?
She didn't start cursing at him. She didn't get mad.
You're gonna get me in trouble. Get under the basement. Hide.
Nothing.
She was just like, come on in. Let's go have a drink. What's going on?
A true lawyer. I can argue my way out of this.
I'll finesse this somehow, some way. I kept them here. Whatever.
She wasn't phased.
Nah, she wasn't phased at all. Which
even when she got questioned by the detective.
Oh please,
unfazed.
She's hardcore. She's dope. But we're not there yet. We haven't gotten there yet. But
she comes off with the
she's
air of,
very poised.
Let me see if you can do something.
Yep, super poised, super calm, not fazed by anything. Understands the legal system, knows the ins and outs, knows what to say and how to say it. She's a beast. If you need a criminal defense attorney, Ava's your person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Saul Goodman.
Oh, Saul.
Don't call Saul. Call Ava. That's what you need to do. Okay, so what I like about this is that we're able to see how everyone is connected, and now we're going on this journey to see how they connect to each other and how they come together as a team. Another thing that we see is that the connections that they make in terms of their plans and strategies and hustles. For example, Ava laying the groundwork for the fact that the drug addicted, FBI agent, Abasi, just being kind of
she's like, but you know about drugs, don't
right,
you?
Right, because she could see the red in the eyes and the pupils dilated, all of those things.
And her partner was like, you need to get your shit together.
Right, literally, that's exactly what he said. You need to get your shit together, right now. So I love that they're showing how intelligent these people are, and the fact that while we would expect Leo to be the person to come up with the plan to get out of jail, it's actually Stan that comes up with the plan. You know what I
some
mean?
aspect of it.
Yeah,
Not the
some
whole thing.
not the whole
Because
thing.
it
Like
was
they
Leo
work together. That's what
Leo
they showed.
who was like, let's get the window broken.
Right.
And then there
Well,
was
originally he wanted what, nylon something in lube?
Yeah.
Do you
That
think like he
wasn't
was
gonna
trying to
work.
manipulate Stan to like join him?
I don't think so.
No,
I
you
didn't
think he legit
I think he
wanted
was like
that?
really trying to like spitball how I
Right.
could get out.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
Stan came out with the magic mushrooms.
Right.
He came out with the
car.
broken.
How are they both going to
windshield.
fit in the car?
Yeah. How
And
much
how much
space?
space is in that? I mean, he was struggling by himself and breathing out of that thing like. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think Leo did that on purpose. Cause it's like as soon as his quote unquote little bird turned around, he was gone. You know, he's like, oh, I can't do it. And then next thing you know,
He didn't care about him.
homeboy turned around and sacrificed
I'm
himself.
with Stan. He had 6 months left. So
Yeah.
he don't break out for
Yeah,
some girl. Who,
yeah. I think
That was a
he
dumb
knew.
decision
Like I think he
anyway.
knew. I'm gonna put it in Leo's plate. Like this is me speculating. I think Leo knew that
It wasn't a good,
Stan
smart
wouldn't.
decision.
Yeah, it wasn't a good smart decision. He knew that Stan was smart enough to be like, to have the second thought and to be like, you know what, let him go because I got 6 months. You know what I mean? And because it's like, there's no way that both of them would have been able to fit inside of that car. You saw the way he was coming out the womb. Come on, man.
I love that cinematic of him coming out
Robert
and
Townsend,
struggling
man.
to get out.
This
Yeah.
Bobby T.
Bobby T.
That's what I'm calling Robert Townsend.
Bobby
Bobby T. All right, so let's see. So I like the fact that the Parkinson's was like a ticking time bomb for him. You know, that's the countdown clock where it's like we got to do something in X amount of time.
We gotta break out yesterday.
I have to break out because I can't live the rest of my life in here.
17 years.
17 years is a long time. Let me look at my notes. You see Stan's selflessness. I said that.
But you didn't talk about how we got introduced to another main character, Hannah.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right. So, I mean, I squirrel. I think with Hannah, to me, I feel like she is his motivation. You know what I mean? Like she is his motivation.
Yeah, he came out. He was like, I
just
have
to see her. Yeah,
I have
just to see her.
Only to see her and be like, I'm not leaving town
right,
now.
Right. So yes, we did meet a main character, and also we met Silas as well. Silas, aka Graham.
Silas.
Not really met him, but we got introduced to him. Now, if this was your first time watching it, when you see Silas with Hannah, would you think anything otherwise other than that's just her boss?
It seemed like he was rubbing her arm.
Right.
Like there was some
romantic connection.
Yeah.
He probably the baby daddy.
Oh, spoilers.
I'm sure that people have seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Anyway, Hannah's pregnant. Spoilers. This whole video is spoilers. Like if you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hannah is Leo's daughter, Leo Pap's daughter, aka
That Ava had he got her adopted.
Yeah.
She got her adopted.
She had her adopted and moved in with a whole new family, got a whole new identity, and somehow, some way, we don't know at this stage. We don't know what's going on, but Leo is upset with this guy Silas, and Silas is the person that presumably got Leo locked up. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what they're intimating.
It's like he got to have everything,
and he has everything, including his daughter, which is like,
he was mad at Ava because he's like, you were supposed to make sure that
she's with the family, like she doesn't get.
She's like, I'm not watching her every move.
She's like, I gotta live my life, and she does too. She literally said that. That's a direct quote. Yeah, Ava's not playing, man. Ava's dope. Ava's a dope character.
It's like, I did what I did.
Right.
I did what the assignment was understood. I did it.
That's
and
it.
You asking for extra.
That's it. Like, don't be trying to have me be fairy godmother out here. Like, it's not that serious. Yeah. So he sees his daughter Ava with a white man. He didn't like that. That would be my first impression. Like
I don't think it was his.
If I saw that, that would have been my first impression. Like, guess he don't like her with a white.
No, that's not how I took.
That's not a chocolate.
But maybe
Easter egg.
also, I wondered if he wondered.
Yeah, out the frame again.
I wondered if he wondered there was something more than just,
like
maybe
that.
It was just in his
Yeah,
mind.
like now he's like, I gotta get her out of this situation away from him.
Maybe he wasn't even
That's a good
touching her
thought.
like that, but like
in
that's
his mind.
in his mind.
Right, we're seeing it from his point of view.
Yeah.
Do that again. What was the face he did? Okay, good to know. Just wanted to verify that that's what it looked like.
Whatever.
Okay, so
You know what I mean? Like that added an extra layer.
yeah.
But your mind plays tricks on you when you have certain emotions and thoughts going on.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, I think that is what was implied. You know what I mean? Like probably what Bobby T wanted the audience to feel. The same way that he feel like, hold on, this white dude's a little bit too close to her. Like what is going on? And then
I don't think it had anything to do with the ethnicity of the race.
Okay. So this dude is too close to her,
Yeah.
and he didn't like that.
And it just happens to be the person that sent me to jail, or it seems like
right.
This is
She was like, she recruited him at 7. He recruited her at 17 from college. So it's just like, like now this dude is recruiting his daughter. Like he found her. So you're just like putting together all these pieces and getting little tidbits about these characters. And if we did not know what was going on, all of that would be intriguing. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and that wig she had on.
The wig that had her pull at Ariana Grande, where it's like 1 second you're this race and next second you're this race.
Yeah, she was coming up his Asian.
First time we saw it, she looked Asian. It didn't help that she had an Asian sister, so we both assumed that she was half Asian.
But then it was like, oh no, that's her adopted sister.
Right. Okay, spoilers again. We're jumping ahead. All right, so like we said, this is chocolate Easter eggs. Did you see any chocolate Easter eggs in this episode? Because I found a big one that I think is very interesting.
Go ahead.
No. I want to ask you.
No, I was looking up, as a medical professional, I was looking up the whole...
Gotta plug that right quick.
Right. They asked him, what can they do in terms of all the inmates having the hallucinations after they ate the mushrooms. He was like, you could give them orange peel. And I was like, well, what's the orange slices? And I was like, well, what's that? And so I had to look it up. And so there's some that think that if you eat acidic type foods, so there's oranges or lemons or that'll stop the trip that you're going on with LSD or hallucinogens. So that's why he gave up the you can give them orange slices.
Right.
Just helping with the metabolism of that drug. So they said, so when I read it, I was like, oranges are not that great, but lemons would have been better. But anyway, they didn't have me writing for the show. And as a result, their medical professionals had them to say orange slices.
Orange slices. I was thinking it was just for dehydration, like usually.
No, but it's specifically an acid.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why did he say that?
That's a really good one.
You can give anything.
That's a really good one. I don't know if I can.
And then he said Pink Floyd, because Pink Floyd was known to.
Yeah, LSD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kiss the Sky. No, that's Jimi Hendrix. What's a Pink Floyd song? Is it Beyond the Wall?
They have a song called Apples and Oranges. So at first I thought it was like a connection to that, but it was more.
See, remember when she said she didn't have notes? You hear this, right? You see this? This is who I'm married to. I love her. I love it. Oh no, I don't know anything about that. And then
my Twitter fingers turned into trigger fingers.
And then
what were you gonna say was the large?
I mean,
chocolate Easter
I might as well not say anything now. It's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? You done brought out. No, I'm just kidding. When he was in prison, he asked him for the Dumas. And it was the book, The Count of Monte Cristo. And The Count of Monte Cristo, if you don't know, is a book by Alexander Dumas, Black author, Haitian, what up? He wrote a book called The Count of Monte Cristo about this guy who was thieving with another guy, and one of the guys betrayed him and had him get locked up, and then he ended the traitor got wealthy, rich. I'm sorry, I'm a writer, and so I enjoy.
You don't have to apologize for your art.
I'm doing what you did, like in medical. You had to pull my writing. So
go ahead.
So he in the story the traitor betrayed his fellow thief and ended up living his life, getting rich and wealthy and living, his best life. And then the thiever comes
Is that
out.
A word?
The thief?
The thief.
The thief that was in prison comes out and seeks revenge against the man that did him wrong. So
it's perfect that this is the first episode.
Perfect. This is perfect that it's the first episode because you're getting a glimpse of like what's about to happen.
Right.
So I mean, overall, I think if we were to see Kaleidoscope episode 1 green as episode 1, I think I would be intrigued.
Yeah.
I would get looped in,
I would be like, what's this about this?
Right.
And what happened to that guy who was doing all the mushroom work?
Yeah. I mean, I would have questions, and when I meet when I meet the characters again, I'd be like, oh, this person is back. This person is a permanent fixture in the show. Like, for example, Stan. I would think Stan would probably be a one-off. If I didn't know anything about the show, not seen a trailer, you know what I mean? And Judy as well. Like, Judy was just, a girl that Stan was working with. Yeah. I would think that Ava would stick around.
Right.
Hannah, obviously.
Because that's his
daughter, right.
Motivation and
right.
everything.
But if this was the first episode, I wouldn't piece together, all that.
Like maybe, if anything, I would say he would meet back up with Stan maybe once or twice.
Right.
Because he said he was getting out in 6 months.
6 months.
So
right.
you knew,
right.
okay, that'll be
right.
Them getting back together pretty soon.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for checking it out. We are going to turn in for the night. We will be back here again. We'll be back here again because we do not binge watch, so it'll probably be a week or a few days. I don't know.
We'll get it together.
Watch this space, this area, and we'll be back and eventually to see the next time we do this. Thank you so much for watching. We love you guys. Visit Are You a Fan Yet on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And also follow us. YouTube, like and subscribe, etc. And thanks for watching. You guys have a good one and catch us next time because we're gonna pick another one out the magical Doctor Strange bucket to figure out what the next episode will be. All right. Thank you guys so much. Peace.